We will be sharing with you inspired thoughts, inspired words that will help you take inspired actions. Let's start with this popular quote. It is not what happens to you, it is what you choose to become. It is not what happens to you, it is what you choose to become. End of quote. And what you choose to become is 100% predicated on how you respond to anything that happens to you. How you respond to anything that happens to you it will determine your choice of what you will become from that experience. Yeah. You've heard it many times that it is better to respond than to react. Because when you react, it's almost like you could just be para. Like our Nigerian brothers would say, you could just be para anyhow because you are reacting, you are not responding to that situation. But when you respond to a situation, no matter how unpleasant, no matter how upset you are, it means that you are in charge. You are emotional, but you've got everything under control. Your sense of will, your power. Yes. You are not powerless. When you react, you're powerless. But when you respond, you've got power. You're in charge of the situation. And this is very important because it determines the bigger picture. No matter what happens to you, how you respond determines the outcome of the situation. And 2020, you will agree with me, is that year that tested a lot of us. It is that year that happened to all of us. The rich, the poor, the young, the old, the oppressed and the oppressor, the king, the servant, the ruler, the subject, the followers, the leaders. 2020 happened to everybody. We were all locked down. We were all afraid. We were all affected somehow by what happened, which is also still ongoing at the moment. So 2020 is that year that stretched many of us. It is that year that challenged us. 2020 is that year that many of you discovered that you have so much power in you and you don't need anything external. 2020 is that year that many of us discovered that there are some potentials in us that are just adamant there. They are just there. And they need to be ignited. They need to be fired up. It was during that lockdown when you were alone by yourself. You couldn't go to the movies. You couldn't go and see your friends. You couldn't travel. You were just there all by yourself because airports were shut down and nobody would let you go anywhere. So 2020 is like that necessary evil that we all require in our personal and collective evolution. Because everything that happens to you happens to either make you or break you. Even when it breaks you, eventually it is meant to make you. That's what 2020 is. 2020 is that year that many of us discovered or rediscovered our purpose. It is that year that many of us developed the courage to pursue our highest calling. It is that year that you discovered that you are an individual, but you are also part of a global community. But you are an individual, so you need to focus on developing yourself so you can become an asset, not a liability to the global community, to your family, to the society, to your street. 2020, you will, agree with me that this year Many of us reprioritized the things that we place value on, the things that we see as important, which are not really important. We used to hold on to some things that they're important. But 2020 told us and taught us that no,